Hello my friends, welcome to another video, and this time around I'm going to talk about one of the most beautiful fragrances that I own in my entire collection. This is Guerlain, l'Instant de Guerlain pour Homme, concentration Eau de Toilette. You can also buy it in concentration Eau de Parfum. I went for the Eau de Toilette concentration mainly because in the house of Guerlain there are some differences between the Eau de Parfum and Eau de Toilette, and the main one is that fragrances that come in EDT are a lot fresher compared to the ones from the EDP. So because I really enjoy wearing fresher fragrances, I went for the EDT version of l'Instant de Guerlain, which, as I said, is one of the most beautiful fragrances that I owned and own in my collection. In terms of presentation, this is how the box looks. Very simple. We have some information. We have the logo of the House of Guerlain, and on the bottom we have some other information. And this is how the new bottle looks, because Guerlain decided to change the whole bottle design and their fragrances, at least in the men lineup. And this is how the new bottle of l'Instant de Guerlain looks. I like it a lot, actually. It's very easy to hold in the hand. It's very classic, reminiscent of fragrances from the 70s, 80s. And it has a really good atomizer also that sprays a lot of juice on a big surface. So let's talk about the note breakdown, because this is the interesting part for me. And we have in the opening anise, bergamot, jasmine and lemon. In the heart notes we have cocoa, tea, cedar, lavender, sandalwood and patchouli. And in the base notes we have hibiscus, musk and elemi resins. So a lot of notes inside l'Instant de Guerlain, but they are so well blended, and the scent is so good that you may consider it to be delicious. This would be the term that I have to give to this fragrance from the House of Guerlain. It's delicious. I can't have enough from this fragrance. I would smell it all day long, and I would wear it all day long. So very beautiful composition. We have some really nice notes inside. They are very well blended. They give you some really nice transitions throughout the wearing of this fragrance. And another thing, the performance and the projection of this fragrance is actually pretty good. It's not a overly powerful fragrance. It's not that type of fragrance that makes a lot of noise to be noticed. It's a more subtle type of fragrance, very elegant, very classy, very chic, if you want, for a mature audience or for a mature consumer who appreciates good taste. And this is a fragrance that I recommend wearing, especially if you go to a romantic date, for example, if you go to a formal meeting, or if you go to a official meeting, because this fragrance will give a message of power, elegance and style to the one that's wearing it. So in the opening we have some really nice notes. We have anise, as I said, which is a really beautiful note in perfumery. You also get jasmine, lemon and bergamot. They all combine really nice, making the opening very fresh, very beautiful, very inciting, if you want. and afterwards the other notes come from behind, especially I would say the tea note and the cocoa note combined with the lavender and patchouli play a major role in L'Instant de Guerlain by Guerlain. In some ways, this fragrance in the heart notes resembles to me, in some ways, resembles with Midnight in Paris from Van Cleef & Arpels. That one had a really nice mate tea note inside, and this one kind of resembles that one, but this one is Indian tea, it's not mate tea. Mate tea, as you know, it's actually a tea, if I'm not mistaken, from Argentina, so South America, different continents. Really, really nice blend of notes in the heart. And on the bass notes, you're gonna get some musk and some elemi resins that give a lot more character to this fragrance. It's fresh, it's somewhat gourmandish, if you want. It's classy, it's refined. To me, this is the perfect fragrance for a gentleman, actually. This is how I would describe L'Instant de Guerlain Pour Homme EDT concentration, if you're asking me. So beautiful, it's really hard to describe it. You really need to test it out, to wear it, and to understand how well the notes are blended and how nice the scent of this fragrance is. In terms of performance, as I said, this isn't a very powerful, very noisy fragrance. It's more on the subtle type of things. It's not a skin scent, that's for sure. But in terms of performance, you're gonna get, or at least I'm getting on my skin, 8 to 10 hours of longevity, and in terms of projection, I get very good projection for the first 2 hours, and afterwards I get for the next couple of 2 hours moderate projection, and afterwards it comes closer to the skin, but it doesn't become a real skin scent. You're gonna still get wisps throughout the wearing. Huge compliment getter. It gets a lot of compliments from women and from men, so this fragrance for me, it's mind-blowing. I highly encourage you to give it a try. I highly encourage you to buy it, actually, and it's also a very, very good purchase if you blind buy it also. The price for this one right now, it's roughly somewhere about 70 euros at least, and that's on the online. If you buy it from a perfume shop, you're gonna pay a lot more, about 100 to 110 euros for this 100 milliliter bottle. But honestly, it deserves the price. Big recommendation for Guerlain, L'Instant de Guerlain Pour Homme. Give it a try. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, as always, my friends, be safe, be good.